Hey, and welcome back to Spiritfarer. Today we still have some things to do and places to be, mainly Overbrook. We do have a house visit that I promised. I just have to go over here to the bus stop. I wanted to have like some music in the back. That reminds me, I actually wanted to change the music, but you know, that would require me to actually do something and remember it and, you know, not get distracted every 2 minutes. So, you know, it's never going to happen, let's be honest. But still, you are close by. Oh. Don't fall into the water, and then we can travel to Overbrook. Again, shouldn't be like too hard. Also, there's like still a thing, and I think it's really funny. That's been like so many episodes at this point. There's like this whole section, like in the top right of the map, that I've not actually visited yet. I bet there's going to be like a, I don't know, an island or two. Like there's a good chance for that at least, but I just never get around to it, you know. Maybe Daria wants to go there. You know, that would be very, very lovely. But we will see. Worst case, I'm still gonna check it out, right? Like, I have some time. I need to catch some fish at some point. For now, I still have a bug on board. And I mentioned, I feel like the moment I go for, like, the last lighthouse, he's also going to, you know, leave. So I'm not sure if I want to do that right now. I've mentioned this before, like, this boat feels so empty these days. And, you know, as massive as it is, definitely kind of sad in a way, right? But hey, that's just how it is. I guess this is how people feel who buy too large of a house for themselves. Right. Definitely something I've experienced, not because of my own house, but like, you know, living situation and stuff. It's certainly something, right, to have like dozens of rooms that you completely ignore, you never actually enter, basically. It is like how I feel, right? Like we have like all of the, I guess, the attic rooms. But hey, it is done. Stella, you are here. I feel How do you like my paintings? They're very lovely, by the way. I need your help, Stella. Another dive away from here. You know what I mean, do you not? The doctors, they will not say a thing. Not if I'm going with you. They know better than to protest. They know what it all means. It is, let us go. To the door? But just in general, yeah. There's so much at the same time that I'm kind of surprised by it. Like every time, but this is going to be probably multiple sad ones, right? I would love to figure out like which fruit you like. Did I try apple? I mean, they do keep the doctor away, right? Crunchy, tart, sweet. An apple. A fruit beyond measure. Well, that sounds great. Okay. You know what? Have a hug. I don't feel that bad anymore, I guess. A strong grip. A warm heart. Well, I guess I did everything I could for you. I didn't want to start a journey like that, but the rules are the rules. If I get the spirit who wants to go to the other door, I'm at most finishing. Oh, you're here, actually. At most that. Does that mean that I'm, by the way, missing a spirit? Because I'm still missing a building, right? That's like the confusing thing for me, right? Like, it's like the mechanical side of things. Like one unique one. Maybe there's like another spirit in like the northeast. I never really like properly counted, I guess, or like looked at the spirit portraits in the menu screen. So maybe I just had Daria in there and I just missed it because there was like one spot still missing. I thought it would be Daria. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I can do. You know, be there for like the last step of the journey. I'm at least happy that I was able to, you know, give her like a few nice days, you know, outside of her trap, I guess. It's not really a trap, but like her prison. Prison tower, if you want to call it that. I mean, you know, sometimes you can't... Okay, how do I put it? Like, ideally everyone would have a brilliant life, you know, through all of it, but that's obviously not necessarily doable. Postscriptor? Wait. Is that the vision Elena talked about? Meta from Elena. 2 of those. I am going to ignore them for a second. I am going to read them once I'm done. I kind of want to give, like, Daria the attention that she deserves. At this point. Oh yeah, I can't. I can't, you know, harvest the plants. But yeah, like, something's definitely still missing. How about a hug for you? And for me. Look at that. And for you. Yeah. Stella. The air's different. We've reached it. Have we not? Seems that way. Then let us leave. You ready? I guess you have to be. All I could do, at least I figured out the apple thing, and it was a great pun, you know? In a way. Is that even a pun at that point? Well, you know what I mean. The air. It has this quality. Yes, I understand now. All the pieces of the self that were lost, well, they ought to be there. Not just there, but here. You look dejected. Do not. You knew all along, Stella. You had to. Did you think it would not end here? No. I cannot be fooled like the others. The laws of this ocean have no bearing on me. You traveled with me, Stella, and I am grateful for it. Of all, only you saw the beauty within the depths, the wonders that have amazed and alienated me. I hope you see now that I'm not to be pitied. Such brilliance is a gift like no other. And I'm happy that, with me, you could glance at it. You see it now, do you not? My transparency, my lack of substance. I am not getting better. Since the storm, every day, ribbons of me falling into oblivion. I have lost too much. I am incomplete, beyond repair, below the critical mass required for continued existence. Echoes of echoes can only last so long. Goodbye, Stella. Quite some wings. I've also been like I guess thinking those last words, I like to like not to interrupt like the I guess the dialogue or like the monologue that these spirits have, but I guess this kind of harps back to something that Gustav is like the only one who I think, or like the one who most explicitly talked about, like how I guess art is a way to. I wouldn't say like to become immortal in that sense. I don't think Gustav was going for that, but like the idea that like art is the thing that's going to stay at the end, right? Even once, humans are long gone. And we at least gave Daria the chance to express herself, right? Like in a lasting impact outside of like her prison, right? Like the hospital has become such a better place because right, like we came there for one, but also because we freed Daria and she also got to make her lasting impact. And yeah, we had like a similar thing with Elena as well, right? Like where the entire idea is basically, yeah, okay, instead of like something physical art, you leave a lesson that maybe the next person can teach as well, right? Like you have like a lasting impact. This one's probably more practical as opposed to art, which is, I guess oftentimes devoid of like the practical use, and that's like part of it, right? The everlastingness, because while practicality can be very nice, it also can be dated in a way that art, I guess, can't. In that sense, right? Like we always talk about like the self-expression, but like when it comes to like the usefulness. Let's say, very, very specific example. Let's pretend, because it's like a field that I worked in, right? Like it's like software development, right? Like somebody who taught like the first generations of software developers, right? Like where we had, I said, like software developers, which mostly were like those women with like the stamping cards, right? Like really early coding, right? Like those lessons probably aren't like as useful in modernity anymore, right? I'm just bringing that up because it's like a field that I worked in, so. And they're like similar examples where like certain lessons are still nice to know in the future, but don't necessarily have like the staying power that art has, right? Like there's still, the grades that we look back on hundreds of years old when it comes to like music and paintings and art like that, plays that exists, like the impact that someone like Shakespeare had like on the English language, right? Like stuff like that's like something everlasting that's like not necessarily like therefore like usefulness, right? Anyway, I'm gonna go through there. I'm assuming the spirit flower is going to be inside of here. Impression sunrise, yeah. And at that point, we have still the letters and Buck. And that's kind of it. We're really approaching the end. Huh. I would have expected a flower, but maybe it's actually in another place in the hospital. How you doing? You are hungry. Well, I do have a disc for you that I could give you. A vision from the Omean itself. A slice of blood sauce. Or what mortals call it, a tomato pizza. You're fine otherwise? Yeah, sure, have a hug. Because I need a hug, There are like a lot fewer people to hug here. You're gonna have to step up, okay? Yeah. We're going to do that together. But there's still some stuff to do, which is like always I guess the hard part with like saying goodbye in the beginning of an episode, which is why I don't like doing that. Because I now have to keep the energy up for like the rest of the episode, right? But yeah, definitely something to, I guess, remember. It's always going to stick with you. Also, like, again, the lessons you have learned, right? Even if they are, how do I put it? I feel like teachers are definitely the type of people tend to remember for a long time. Okay, apparently you've had all of you. So I'm gonna not deal with the sheep now. Especially if they actually taught you something, right? Like there are a bunch of teachers that I've had throughout the years that I barely remember. But like the ones where I feel like I learned something, they're always going to stick with me. I don't know if I ever explicitly talked about this like in this story. I remember like a history teacher that I had. Like I was always terrible at history, which is why I'm talking about like lessons here. But I'm always going to remember that guy because he had like this way of putting drawings on the like on the blackboard, and I am always going to remember those drawings. Right, they're always going to stick with me, and they, as I mentioned, I was like terrible at it. It's mainly just because I tend to really struggle when it comes to like just remembering facts and stuff, right? Like I can't sit down just like learn. I was terrible, like especially like vocabulary tests as well, but like history is like very little about like applying knowledge, at least like the classes, and it's more about, I guess, accepting things for what they were and, you know, just remembering when things happened, right? Like comparatively at least. And that's was always like something that wasn't that great for me. But I do remember like we were like asked to basically oftentimes like talk about what happened in like the last lesson. It was like a really big part for like our grade. And he would always like have like these drawings in his lesson to like talk about. And then the next time when like somebody was struggling, which, you know, I was oftentimes struggling when I was called, and, you know, you were required to, like, you didn't know it was like a surprise when it was your turn, basically. And I remember he would just like, when he saw someone struggle, he would just like make the drawing again, right? Like of what we had learned in the last lesson. And it always helped, like you would instantly remember at least like 50% of what he talked about, even if you remembered like absolutely nothing before. It's like always like such a fascinating thing. And like, this is like what I talked about like with 2 episodes ago when, like last episode with like Elena, when it, wow, this is so bright. Wow. I hadn't noticed how bright it was here last time. Like, my god, it's definitely improved so much. And the spirit flower's up there, like, just because I didn't visit it when I picked her up, right? But look at that, that's like a beautiful place. I would... Okay, I wouldn't want to stay here because it's a hospital, but like otherwise it's really lovely here. Whoa. We'll talk. Now, this is the good stuff. We can definitely do something with these. Oh yeah, I picked up like the rice. But yeah, I just wanted to finish that story. Basically, it's a 50% remembering. And he saved so many, like, everyone basically passed just because I did like these drawings and I guess a way to remember. And that's like something that we as students oftentimes didn't really care about, right? Like we were like 7th grade or 8th grade or something like that. And yeah, like history lessons weren't like, you know, the exciting part of the day, but it was like something to remember. And I feel like a lot stronger about like people and like the lessons they imparted. Like I might not remember Elena, you know, in the sense that or how do I put it? Even if I had learned like an actual lesson, right? It is like an in-game lesson that I learned. But like if the equivalent happened, if I had met like another dragon, I would obviously remember, right? Same with how I would remember summer, for example, right? Anyway, we can definitely do something with these. I started working on getting French fries on the menu. And in a few days, we should have muesli and fisherman's pie. We've not actually had fisherman's pie, and we do have the recipe for muesli. I do remember that. It's just that we've never made it. I don't think we have to make it for Susan to count. We just need a recipe, but still. Oh, and I'll even try my hand at a nice vegetable stir fry. Patients have been complaining about the food for a while now. Well, at the very least, these new dishes make them stop. Oh, I can't wait for Gertrude or Gary to taste these meals. No more, your food tastes like wet socks. Or, my grandmother makes tastier food than this. Or granddaughter. Well, I better get to it then. Thanks again. Well, I mean, we're here to help. But look at how beautiful this place is. And did they... Okay, they still haven't repaired this place. Well, it's always going to be a reminder of, like, what happened here, I guess. It's also a lot more work than, you know, the greenery, I guess. I'm just theorizing, though. But yeah, there's, like, one more spirit flower here. Look at you. You really made sure that nobody would notice that you left. That's certainly a choice. Also... Like, I do hear something, but... Oh, it's like outside. I for some reason thought it was like inside. I was so confused. Like, I was just like looking and I saw like nothing here, but... Hey. Look at you. Being ready. Another spirit flower. Probably second to last. This Darius spirit flower. A striking saffron. It can be used to upgrade your boat. Well, we are going to deal with that later, I guess. For now, we have 2 letters to read. Front reads to Stella, and both of those. And I'll start with the first one. Postscriptum. Stella, I think you've had enough time off. I've marked a few errands for you to do. Francis will provide you with the details. Okay, so I have to do some of those, and Stella, You might have a bit more to go. I think you can upgrade your stations. I mean, I can, but I still need some upgrade stuff, so... I don't know if I can, I guess, post-mortem in a way make you happier. It's like... but maybe I can. You know, I mean, it's the world of dreams in a way. There's like still some other stuff that I would like to do today, though. And Francis is here. I mean, Francis is so ready. Also, I guess we are getting ambushed in a second. I'm gonna first talk to you, though. Please. Let's errands. In another lesson, I need an octopus. And demand coffee beans, tea leaves. In a stipulation. Well, 50... Okay, you're giving me so many glimpses. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that. Citrine, like, I have all of the gems. There are, like, a lot of them, but 50,000... I can almost upgrade, like, my ship with that. Okay, so I have, like, 2 more, because I feel like, yeah, the rest isn't of her. I need octopuses? I can do that. Tea leaves and coffee beans I can just plant. I'm gonna deal with that in a second. I'm gonna have to harvest this stuff. I do have, like, a lot of tea seeds, right? Or, like, at least coffee seeds. I don't remember, like, buying a bunch of those. I might be wrong about those, though. So let's start with coffee. Do I have tea? I might have to buy some otherwise. We do have tea. Okay, I wasn't sure. Alright, then that's not even a problem. It's just literally waiting for that to happen. I can deal with that. But hey, ambush time? Ambush time? Up here? I don't know what you're doing. You're doing something important, probably. Oh, what was this? I heard some loud clangs coming from the deck last night. Oh! Look who moved in. Are you working on a secret project? No? Well, you should probably look around the boat then. Something might be broken. Yeah, that's not the right place. You are absolutely not staying in this room. Oh, what the? Oh, Stella. It's, you see... It's not what it looks like. Also, I do like the variant of the song. It seems a little bit more broken than before. That might just be me. You know, double the volume currently. It's not what it looks like. I was, it was... heck. Yeah, I'm living here. Didn't have anything anywhere else to go. I certainly can't go back to that crappy hospital. Not after what happened with Daria. So I sneaked in and this place seemed empty, so figured it wouldn't hurt anyone. What? It's your friend's house? Well, how was I supposed to know that? And anyway, she's not even using it. I bet she's on some fancy vacation, right? Just lounging around in one of her 50 villas. Some people have everything, while us Mook have nothing. So, you know what? If she wants her house back, she just have to kick me out of herself. Yeah, that's it. I show her that. What? She's... Oh. Shit. I'm sorry, Stella. I didn't know. I'm talking too darn much again. Leave me a minute. I'll pack my stuff and get out of your way. I know when I'm not welcome. What? I can live here? You do that for me? Even after all I did? If you insist, find some spot out of the way. And I really don't want to sleep in the streets again. Yeah, you see, I can pay you back by helping around the boat. Like you're sort of freeloader. I don't need your help. You need mine. Yeah, just like old times. And, you know, thanks, Stella. Thanks, Stella. Well, that's certainly a tone shift. Yeah, not quite what I expected, but hey. Good thing we didn't say goodbye to Buck before, because otherwise we probably would have never noticed that. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do then. I'm gonna talk to you in a second, but I need to like, chart a course. I don't want to finish like Buck's questline currently. You know, I've mentioned this multiple times. Instead, I'm just gonna go over here. And maybe I'm just gonna fish. You know, fishing is probably a reasonable thing that I could be doing. There's probably something... nothing here. Yeah, I still need to deal with like that. But I need to fish some fish. You know, that's just the way life works. And I should have probably written down what exactly I needed. I needed tea leaves, I needed coffee, and I needed... What was it? Octopus? Not squid? I'm gonna figure this out in a moment. Probably. right? Don't worry about me. I can figure stuff out. I have a memory that exists. And that's a Mahi. Okay. Is that a new one? We had like a similar one that had like a double name, but was it a Mahi? Maybe it was. I don't recall. I am terrible with that, you know, memory thing up there. Look at that, another island that we had already found. Well, I'm just at least going to like fish through the night. I don't really know what else to do because again, I just need like a few more fish. That's like one strong fish here. Like we've gotten like a lot of fish. Like I mentioned before, we are missing apparently 4 of them, which I think is impressive. I'm just gonna use like the all wiggle technique here. I feel like that's working better for like really heavy fish. So it might be like a special one. I don't remember one that's like with this pattern here. But it might just be, you know, overthinking this. Maybe it's just like the same thing again. Or maybe I'm fishing up like another spirit, who knows. But yeah, like that at least explains why we are still missing one of the buildings. Because I'm assuming that Jack is going to get like, gosh darn it, like his own building. That would make a lot of sense to me. Because I really don't want them to stay, you know, in Gwen's Lodge. Especially. I don't know, I feel like it's like a little rude. But hey, what do I know about like, you know, squatting somewhere? Oh, come on. I don't want you to break the line again. And like at that sockeye salmon. I feel like we really need that one for like one of the errands and I never got it. Okay, over here. There's another bus stop. I don't know if it makes a difference if I go to the bus stop, if I can see like more around me. Maybe. But it's kind of weird that we have like a bus stop there and like nothing else. So I'm assuming that there's going to be like another island because otherwise, I don't know why I would do that. Anyway, what's the map saying? Nothing. Okay, I'm just gonna continue then. Again, I bet there's like an island. We are going to figure it out. Also, while I'm at it, I didn't get like a new building I can make. Yeah, I probably need to talk to Jackie like tomorrow. Is this just like in the guest home maybe? I hope he is. Because that's like kind of the place for that, you know? Oh. Look at you. With your big smile sleeping there. Not quite what I expected, but hey. You know, they look so peaceful when they're asleep. Okay, I'm getting some seeds. It's also very lovely. Pine logs. Don't think I need them right now. So I'm just gonna chart another course. Come on, show me another island. No, there's nothing? Maybe this direction? Because this seems like it's the black wall at the end of the world, so I'm not really sure what to make of that. I just don't get why there's like a bus stop here. At this point, it's just kind of confusing to me. I don't know. Right, I feel like there should be a good reason for that. Because like, why would you take a bus stop to nowhere? I mean, it's technically how like bus stops sometimes work for some reason. Let's see. Halibut, okay. Why am I stuck here? Oh, new island. Misty Woods. Why am I stopped here though? Okay, probably just because I discovered that. That's probably the rule. Okay, I'm gonna go over there. That should actually show us a lot more around us. That's at least a nice confirmation that there's still something going on. I was just kind of confused by us slowing down, but I'm guessing this happens when we get like in range of like a new island. Never really paid attention to that. It's a lot more noticeable if you're like sitting around and waiting and noticing things. Or not noticing things. Probably, yeah, okay. I'm trying to get like one last fish. Okay, I failed. I wasn't paying attention. Let's see what this island has to offer. There seem to be some resources on here, but I don't see anything special. At least not another shrine, even though I have like so many obols left, right? Let's see what this tells us. We can at least see the edge of the map. Yeah, it seems like there's nothing unless there's like something in this area still. And you tell me nothing until I, you know, dock here. That's reasonable. Let's do that. It's still nighttime anyway. And we don't sleep, you know, sleep is for the weak. Or something like that, right? We can chop some wood. I don't necessarily think that I need to do that. Someone was really camping here. I mean, there's like fire here? I guess it's definitely a way to explore for now. So let's just get up here. And look at that. People have plants hanging. It seems like mostly just woods. And look at the constellations again. Very beautiful. Anything over here? Some ore that I really don't need? That's gold, right? Like, we had, like, the whole gold dragon situation. I feel like I have so much gold ore, right? How much do I have? Those are 8. And I also got a new fish. This one's new, okay. So we only need, like, 4 of them, right? One of the flattest fish, the halibut, I think that's how you pronounce that, right? is a large fish with a truly delicate white meat. And the sockeye salmon. The medium sockeye salmon is a fearless lover. For a fish, it will do anything for love. That's like 2 of the 4 fishes that I was missing. Also, I still wanted to see the ore situation. Yeah, we're at like almost 60. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And copper. I mean, I don't really need it, but hey, you know, while I'm here, why not? I've already, you know, used the pick. It's already too late. And the chest. This one's an interesting chest. Oh wait, it's the wrong button. That's me just missing the dash button once again. Whoop. It's a cool one. Oh, this is... Ah, okay, cell upgrade. I want to say, like, these chests look very different to, like, other stuff. I'm assuming this is everything on here. We definitely get, like, a confirmation here in a second. I'm also going to ring the bell, you know, while I'm at it. Ring the bells! And I have found everything, yeah. Okay, just because I'm curious, I'm gonna go over here. There's probably not going to be anything, but it doesn't hurt to check, right? And we can talk to our co-worker. Let's put it that way. Good morning. Commander, well, never mind. Snacks? Yep, delicious. Popcorn and toffee. Well, I guess I have to get you to be happy again. Yeah. Crazy. Stella, this boat is bonkers. It's got so much shit. A kitchen, individual houses, but not for me. I'm not a patient, remember. A mother blasting cow. Even a garden. What kind of boat has a garden? With real dirt. Where did you get the dirt? Is it some kind of refuse? Is it... Oh, Stella. Do you grow your vegetables in our poop? What? I don't know how that shit works. Do I look like a farmer? Isn't dirt like poop and half-eaten worms? Not quite. I feel like fully, like non-eaten birds, or like birds. Yeah, exactly, birds. Worms are probably more important here, but hey. Anyway, I've told you, I could help around the boat, and the field has given me a genius idea. Follow me, alright? Feeling the buzz? I'm not so sure. If you break my field, I'm gonna be mad, okay? Also, I need to water those plants. Unless you wanted to water those plants, I'm gonna let you. If you actually work on those fields. There! Alright, there we are, the field. Now hush, just for a minute. Listen. Shit. Are all boats this noisy? It really works better in my mind. You're supposed to hear how silent it was, and then think, something's missing here. And I'd be all like, yeah, right. Know what's missing? And you would go, no, please, do tell me, jackers. And then I'd say, bees. That's right, bees. You know, little furry critters, eat flowers, make honey. Not quite, but sure. But don't piss them off. They got a sword up their butts, literally. Maybe not literally, but anyway. So yeah, walking around the field, I thought about my grandfather. He was a kind man. Really, he pretty much raised me. You see, Daddy and Mommy weren't too much in the picture. Puppy Jackie, he had a little farm. Nothing fancy. But he had bees. They helped with the field, plus they gave him some honey. So that's how I wanted to contribute. Honey. Would be great, wouldn't it? Alright, get some paper out and listen up. Bees, they can't just sleep anywhere. They need a house. In the jargon, a bee house is called a hive. That's with an H, by the way. How else would you write that? So, you take some wood and some other stuff and you just arrange it like so and so. Yeah, that looks good enough. Go ahead, build us a nice beehive or bee house and I'll show you how to use it. Okay, beehive. New improvement. Oh, that's a... Oh. Beehive's like actual improvement. I thought all of these buildings only got like one improvement. Gold ingots? Sure. Also, the beehive. The house that Honey built. Warning. Its bulk prevents planting crops in the plot underneath it. Okay. So I'm replacing one of those. to get honey. Fair enough, I guess. I just need to get like some gold going, right? That's like the first thing here. I know how to smelt gold, so don't worry about that. But as always, it takes like a minute. So let's get that going. Ah, yes, gold. Why do we have like such a weird melting point? Yeah, it's gonna take a second. But still, I mean, honestly, did not quite expect, you know, to have Jackie here. But I also have to say, like, since we got honey as well, like, with like one of the Theodore's shops, I am not really sure how much value I'm gonna get out of this. Right, it's like kind of the issue with like end game stuff. Because honestly, wait, that wasn't enough? Wow, that's such a troll. Because like obviously, like, what do you want to do with that stuff, right? Like, you're kind of limited with what you can get out of it. Unless like honey's like very, very valuable, like glimpse wise. But like, look at our glimpse. We have like 84,000. We need like 100 something thousand. I checked that, right? The current upgrade we can already get. This one is only missing like the XP potions, which we need some of. Also, what was it? I need like something for the upgrade, right? Like I needed, was it pine? What was it? Pine planks, yeah, okay. Then let's get like some pine, wait, how many do I need? Before I overdo this, because I really don't need to. I need, okay, I need 9 more pine planks. That's really not too bad. I'm gonna cut like 5. Where is it? Pine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't even need 5, but you know, I have like more than enough then. Also with like my cutting skills, it's probably not going to be, you know, quite the rate that I would like it to be at. But hey, it should be fine, right? Also, if I've ever mentioned it, I really think that the thing on top there, right, like in the top right, really reminds me of like a water cooler more than any sort of like sawing machine. I don't know why, but I just see it every single time. I'm like, you know, I could get some water there. Anyway, that should be everything I need. Let's get the improvement. That's time. And build that one. Beehive. Lovely. And that should be the quest. Yeah, it's not quite what I wanted to do. Also, while I'm at it, let's check the map. I am still kind of suspicious of like this area here. There's an island. I want to visit that island. So I was at least right about like my theory. I'm gonna have to like change the course like in a second once we get like a little bit closer, because I wasn't able to target the island there. I hope it's not like relevant to like a quest. Can I please? There's another shrine. Lost shrine discovered. I don't know if it's going to be like related to like Bugs quest line, because we had like another one here, but I needed to, you know, select this one properly. Lost shrine. Still gonna go there. I mean, I should be able to learn something there. I have like so many overalls. I'm assuming there are like more lost shrines then. Nice. What a beaut. As always, Stellas. Great work. Such great work, actually, that the bees have already started living in the hive. Now, remember, bees eat flowers. Well, at least they did at Graham's place. You have like some aggressive bees. Maybe they can eat some other stuff. Falafel honey? Yeah, better not mess with the proud art of honey making. Anyway, there's a trick to keeping your bees happy. If you want them to give you honey, make sure to keep some mature plants around the hive. When the hive is nice and plump with honey, you just get in there real good. And then you just swipe the sweet sticky bounty like super quick like. Got it? If you have any questions, just ask. And that makes me think of something else. You know me, I don't need much, but I could pretty much sleep anywhere. But I've been thinking, you know, as your assistant, living in the same common area as the patients, well, it's a bad look, ain't it? I really think you should build some kind of staff room. Nothing fancy, just somewhere to lay down after shift. 4 walls and a roof. I'm not a guest here after all. Anyway, just a thought. I hope you can get to it. See ya. Well, we're going to talk about that in a second. But first, Lost Shrine. Like, I'm kind of suspicious just because of, like, Bugs questline before, but it might just be related. Jackie's on-call room, by the way. That's certainly a name, just to see what I need. Build the last building. Cotton? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that before I do the shrine. Like, the shrine's probably going to be... You know, we have, like, still a minute. Cotton. Weave it once. Yay, we're so good. It's even a critical... You know, I'm just that skilled, right? Like, it's just in my blood. And we built the on-call room. That one looks quite different, or it might just be like, yeah, okay. Like the roof is obviously different because it's like not at the top. Can I... I'm gonna put you here and then I'm gonna move some stuff around because your cubicle... I'm sorry, it's the law. It's gonna end up there, and then I can probably put you here. Yeah, that works perfectly, you know? Okay, you know, the only rule is like that we are keeping like Beth's house here just because it fits so well with the coral. Anyway, I guess we're going to talk to you in a second, but first, shrine time. You know, we have like so many opals, we have to do something with them. And we have like one, that's just a fancy one. So, acquire. Improve tools. An ever light booster that improves both your mining and fishing. Well, I need to still fish, so yeah, absolutely. Like for the end of the game, reasonable. I don't think I need to mine anymore. I feel like I found like all of the ores that I care about. But still, look at that. I really want to test this out, like especially the fishing. But that might be like a next episode kind of thing. Okay, that was cool. That's neat. Everlight has boosted my fishing, so it said something in there. You know what? I'm gonna test fishing real quick. I don't know if that means that I get more stuff or that it's easier to fish. I hope it's like easier to fish at this point. Look at that. Okay, that was a large glim bottle. That wasn't like that impressive. I just want to fish like one fish just to see how it feels. Obviously, I don't necessarily remember how fishing feels for like most of the fish, but hey, you're definitely strong. I at least want to see if I just double the amount of fish I get or if I get like something else. Okay, that was just like a little bit easier. You know, I'm not complaining. I actually wanted... This is like the one case where I actually wanted it to be easier just because I only need like different types of fish, not a lot of them. Oh, you actually did it. And it's, you know, very... Yeah, well, it's pretty much exactly what I asked for, right? I guess I just didn't expect it all to be so... drab. Not that I mind. You should see some of the places I've lived. In comparison, this looks like a 5-star hotel, but like more boring. But in a good way. Yeah, in a good way. Boring like meditation or reading. Zen, is that a word? Anyway, thanks a bunch. I'll be able to assist you better with this little on-call room. Yeah, hello, my name is Jackie. That's a quest name. That's everything in here. Okay. I mean, I'm probably still going to upgrade like the stuff that I can. At this point, I just need more XP portions. How are you feeling otherwise? You are starving. You like pub food, right? Fried food, okay. Wait. Has a bad attitude? Wow. Can't believe this. Just because you're starving? Wow. How about... something fried? That's great. A corn dog, maybe? Damn right. A meaty dish. Yeah, meat is also great. You know, Stellas, I'm a big boy. Only meat can give me the protein to sustain my healthy body. It ain't rocket science. You like that? I guess. Welcome aboard. I'm only doing that for the buff, you know? Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. Thanks. And you have a sunny. You're happy. That's something. I feel like if I got some fried meat, like a bucket of like fried chicken, that might be something you really love, right? Also, I don't know how much... Okay, you're probably not done yet, right? Because obviously these plants aren't done growing yet. And that's apparently important. I don't know. But in any case, I feel like at this point I'm just gonna harvest some coffee. I forgot how much I needed. I don't think it's actually in the list of shenanigans, is it? Yeah, we only have like those two. I still need to pick some berries. I also need the animal babysitter. There really isn't like that much to do anymore, right? Yeah, I am probably going to write down like what I need for that quest. Otherwise, again, like Buck is like kind of in the end of the quest line as well. I don't know if I want to be alone with like Jackie here on the boat, but hey, at some point it's gonna happen. For now, I'm not really sure what exactly I'm gonna do. I would like to check the map here, because like we should be able to select it slightly more. Oh, you're over here. I want to see, like, I could probably visit you, even though you're like literally at the edge of the world. I'm gonna visit you. I'm gonna take like a quick note of what I need exactly, and that's probably the last thing I'm gonna do today. At this point, again, it should be fine, right? Like, we're making good progress. I feel like it's probably going to be like 2 more episodes with the current rate, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but hey, I'm just estimating stuff here. Also, you are awake at night. That's something. Well, I don't know what exactly you're doing. Just waiting? You're harvesting? Ouch. Okay, you actually have something to say. I guess we're going to deal with that in the next episode, though. Errands, though. I need 2 octopi, and I do need... or octopods, I guess. 2 of those. Let me write that down. Okay, 30 tea and 30 coffee beans, and this is everything. I also have never done this. I don't think I've done this one before, right? It's just like one of those errands I've never done. Which, you know, makes sense if I've never done it before. But in any case, I feel like at this point, it's probably a good point to end the episode. I know what I want to do next time. I have it written down. We are going to make our old teacher proud. I hope. That would be lovely. And then we should probably also chart a course to visit Lily next time. But I guess the exact details we're going to figure out in the next episode. So in any case, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be seeing you next time. Till then, have a good one, and bye-bye.